Our next guest is an actor. He can tell us all about his life on the stage, as well as on the big screen and the small screen. He's in everything. I think he's even in Ghostbusters. He may not confirm that for us. Or maybe he will now that I said it. In any event, ladies and gentlemen, you know him from Angels in America, you know him from Weeds, you know him, if you were lucky enough to see him at the Geffen a couple of weeks ago, the show just closed at transferring to New York. He was absolutely fabulous, doing all his own music and singing. Ladies and gentlemen, a true performer. Justin Kirk! Maybe you can comfort Beverly. She didn't get a part.
I would love to do some scene work with you. Just
oh my God. You know something? I would love that. They're going to be doing The Miracle Worker, and then their improv group is called
Accidentally on Purpose. Much like the failed Jenna Elfman vehicle.
Was it true that you were just in a play? A play here in Los Angeles? They don't do plays.
But that was a warm-up. He's going to New York.
Oh.
if I had my druthers, I would have stayed here. But yeah, that's true.
Why? What is your play? What is the play? These Paper Bullets?
It's called These Paper Bullets. That's right. Did you see it?
No, but I saw the banners all over.
They were everywhere. That brought them in droves.
Oh.
I think it did all right.
Yeah, I think you did get crowds.
I just questioned to what degree banners.
Do you know what it was though? It was sort of a mod interpretation of Much Ado.
Like B. Arthur, you mean?
M-O-A.
Oh, yeah.
Modern but short.
So it's Much Ado if it took place in the 60s Liverpool?
But it's also rewritten in a
It is rewritten, yeah.
It's not just resetting the Shakespeare play.
Although there's some of
and they did music.
And then Billy Joe from Green Day wrote Beatles-type songs.
Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day did all the music. That one song has been stuck in my head for a week.
Which one?
Regretfully Yours.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Is it like, you know what it's also like the
It's
one
like
the Tom Hanks movie
Hey
when he
Jude.
would like the drums?
Right.
What? You know.
That thing you do.
Ba, 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 ba. Dad, I love that song. I bought it on iTunes.
So what does this mean? The show was, how many performances did you do here? And then you're transferring to
About
New York?
50, I guess.
And how many did you have to do in New York?
A little more than that.
You do more than 50?
How do you do anything 50 times?
What really scaring me is 3 understudies, including mine when I was vomiting and weeping on my floor because I had a bout of vertigo on a Saturday matinee. Went on. 3 of our understudies went on.
Vertigo?
Was it vertigo, or did you just have a?
No.
Was it vertigo, or did you have a callback for August?
But we have no understudies in New York.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Why not? That's
Don't get
ridiculous.
That's a thing in like
Don't look down.
Broadway. Yeah, you puke in the wings. But in this particular case,
What if you
I
get
could
hit by a
never have
car?
done it, right. I could have done it. One of the actors that pulled her back out. She could. So I hear what they do is they'll just give someone a script, and they will be on book, and they'll do the play rather than cancel the performance. You'll just have the stage manager
Who would
or
stay
a
for that?
friend. I think you could probably exchange your ticket.
I'd like money back.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Okay. But I mean, I pay to see Justin Kirk.
Thanks.
You know, understand? Like,
Yeah.
that's what I want to see.
Well,
I loved you
I'll
in
be there.
Angel in America,
Yeah.
when you were the AIDS.
Right.
And I loved the other one when you were the smoker.
Sweet.
Yep. AIDS and Weeds, that's your memoir.
I've got 2 strong demographics.
Hopefully we get to add a third thing.
I think you're wonderful. I don't know why you don't have
I think
an
you're
Oscar.
wonderful.
I mean
Thank
that.
you. Well,
I think you're very talented.
I'm very disappointed. I want to see, I of course want to see
Makes me
Spectre because I'm a
mad.
big James Bond fan.
You're Inspector?
But, no. But I'm disappointed that you're not. Because I'll tell you what, and I'll say it right on this stage, and I don't care who hears it.
Nobody. Who
Let's get back to
Take it back to
Sam
Ashkenazi.
Mendes can call me personally if he has a problem
Who's
with what I have to
Sam
say.
Mendes?
He can call me
Mendes?
personally if he has a problem with what I have to say. which is that I am not interested in Christoph Waltz. I am not.
Oh, I love him.
I am not interested in his voice.
You're wrong.
And I am not interested. I'm not interested in him as a Bond villain, and I'm not interested in that same thing he does all the
He
time.
was born to be a
With
Bond
his
villain.
smile, I couldn't agree less. I think everyone thinks he was born to be a Bond villain.
I'm everyone. I am everyone.
I'm sorry if I ruined spectacle
You
for
ruined
you,
it.
but you will not enjoy it when you see him through my eyes. And I think you would have been a better villain than him.
Well, hope springs eternal, right?
I would like you to be a villain in
Years to
something.
come. Well,
I want you to
I'm
be a
trying
villain.
in life.
You're a journeyman. A journeyman.
In life, you're a villain.
Yes,
You're a
that's right.
journeyman.
Yeah, that's right, I
Is
am.
that true? What are you doing
It's a
for
long
Halloween?
journey. I don't have plans. The last time I did Halloween, I was Beavis.
That feels like a long time ago.
Mark Knopfler was Butthead.
Oh, he's very
Well, that's not that long ago. You were on Broadway.
We were doing a play,
Yeah.
and
Wait, are you talking about from Saved by the Bell?
that's right,
Yeah.
Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
But he's done a lot of.
With an
He's
excellent
played a
butthead.
lawyer 6 or 7 times.
Wait, did you act the part?
Franklin and
All
Bash.
night?
Was that
We did, and we were deep in previews, and I was doing my Beavis voice all night, and realized I just trashed my voice as Beavis, and then the play was not good. the next day.
pitfalls of being an
That's
actor.
right.
It's a dangerous profession. When you dress up for Beavis and Butthead on Halloween, you murder the whole routine. So let me ask you a question.
Beverly, your brassiere is shown.
It's flesh colored. Same tone. That's the secret to being a girl.
I assume you believe in clear straps as well.
So let me ask you something. It's like I'm naked and afraid when it's a I'll tell you something. Halloween for me is a very special holiday. You know why?
Well, Beverly does have you visit it every Halloween.
Every Halloween I get revisited. My first husband, Allen Ginsberg, not the one you're thinking. He was not a poet, he was a guidance.
He was a guidance.
We're not married very long and we annulled it, but I still consider him my first marriage love. And
Well, he was your first husband, and you smoked a lot of marijuana together.
what does that have to do with the presidency of China? Where does that come from? I say it all the time. Is that hysterical? Go back to Canada and ask them. So,
He gained 14 pounds in about 2 weeks.
he died on Halloween night in a pickle costume.
He went as like a plastic pickle with the white gloves. And he had a big jar. What was the costume? He had a big jar, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
He was wearing a jar.
He did. He had a jar around him like a barrel, like a monkey in a barrel, or whatever. The person that goes over.
Going over the falls.
But
it was glass.
And he was
It was
green.
all
He was
plastic.
green, and whatever.
And he was wearing white gloves. That's important.
Please, he died. Much like Elvis, it's funny but not funny on the toilet. And in the bathroom on Halloween night, whenever I go into the bathroom on Halloween night, I peek around the corner. Who's there waiting in the tub, holding his pickle? Ready to go. And he only leaves if we make love. You can believe in ghosts or not believe in ghosts. You can say it's all in my head and it's a fantasy that I come up with every Halloween or not. It happens. Either it's real or it's in my head, but it is going on. So I have a part 1 and a part 2 question for you. Number 1, do you remember Dr. Bob?
Who's the question for?
You. First part for you.
My husband, Dr.
Yes.
Yeah, Beverly, I remember that.
Good. What are you bringing that up? Because
You know, you always do this. Things go a little bit south for you, and then you bring up my dead husband. Because you want me to feel bad like you feel bad.
he's relevant to the story. Do you want me to continue on? I never told Ronna what happened on last Halloween. I went to my power room to prepare for the children in my costume.
Why were they going to be hiding in these skirts? Were you doing the Nutcracker and they were all going to run out of the skirt?
I was dressing as a sexy tablecloth. Regardless, I was nude in preparation to put on my costume, which had been laid out on my bed, and I went in. And in the dark, I heard more like a no. Opened my back curtain, and sure enough, a transparent figure wearing a pickle jar costume was squeezing his body against the side of the tub in preparation. He was fluffing himself. So I got in there and we started to make love, as is my tradition.
Why always in the
I'm not
bathtub?
finished. I'm not finished.
Which is very awkward.
It is awkward because normally he's right on the toilet where I left him and found him. But not this year. Last year, in the middle of our love meeting, I looked, luckily, out past the curtain, and another transparent figure was on the toilet, jacking the most enormous gorilla size. And he was wearing a lab coat with a tag that said Dr. B.O.B. Why had the ghost of Dr. Bob come to observe me on my Halloween love making session? I can only imagine that he had always had feelings about me, and I thought, you should know. Happy Halloween!
Well, I'm thrilled to know this story, Beverly, because it makes me feel even more sure about not having you in the vineyard on Saturday night. Because I don't want the pickle ghost there. I don't want Bob's ghost there. I don't want you and your skirt tablecloth. I want to go and have a little peace and quiet, and I want no trick or treaters. That's what I want. Justin, what are you doing for Halloween?
I'm gonna just make sure the lights turned off outside so no one comes and knocks on the door.
Oh, you don't like trick or treaters either?
No, I would be nice, but I probably won't have any candy, so then I'd be caught. I'd have to give money.
What? Why don't you just buy a bag of candy?
No one comes to my house.
Ever.
I don't. No, not yet. I've lived there for 15 years.
Is it
But you
haunted?
leave the light on.
Have you seen any ghosts? Is it
I
haunted?
don't think I've usually.
Did anyone die in your house? Ever? Did you kill someone?
I don't think so.
How would you know how to play murderer if you don't know what it feels like? Have you played a murderer?
I think probably I'm one of
You
the-
were in another play that I saw in New York. It was very long,
Yeah.
but it was no music,
Yeah.
and it was about an Armenian, Syrian, Arab. Who was in that? Saudi Arabia?
Oh, where I was in a Pakistani
That was
prison.
terrific.
Pakistani prison.
You were terrific at
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you were very good in
You
that.
guys are real
You
nice
really
at
love the theater.
No, I don't.
You don't? What do you don't?
Are you sick of it now, the theater?
Yeah.
You
You're
ready
good.
to do a pilot or
I'd like to do like a food and travel show.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Sure.
You should probably settle this for a lot of people when they see you in Angels. You are not.
I don't.
No,
I don't
but
know.
this
I don't
it's
know.
fine. You don't know?
I don't.
Have you been with a man? In his tush? That's how you know.
That's not how you know. That's how you find out. You don't know till you find out.
Do you get tested?
Some people don't.
Do you get tested for diseases?
I get tested for everything having to do with sex or not.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, at my
Get
age.
tested for what?
Once a year.
Homosexuality?
all of the things now, everyone's got.
Everybody gets tested.
Everyone's
They
got-
call it an infectious disease panel now.
I didn't know that I had HPV, and then I found out I did.
No, but you can assume that before a certain age, every person in the world has HPV.
What do you mean everyone?
No, but
You?
you can assume that people of a certain age.
They don't test boys for it.
No,
What
they
are you
just,
talking
they don't
about?
test boys for it. They just let them spread it to everybody. Of course it's true.
I don't, what does it stand for? I don't know what.
Human papilloma virus or something?
Oh, that is rough. It's like I imagine little bulls. But so now,
Do you ever take a vacation?
I don't like to travel.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
You're very
My
different.
idea of time off is
Cute
just
though, yeah?
to be at,
Yeah,
to sit around. That's what I'm doing right now. I have 2 weeks to sit around.
And you enjoy that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as much as I enjoy anything.
Are you friends? Your girlfriend? Sisters? Yeah, you're friends. Are your friends, sisters related? No. They're friends together on a friend date. You're on a friend date too? Wonderful.
Beverly, we were on a friend date.
But let me ask you a question. Would you
So
prefer-
going to 7-Eleven and getting a cup of coffee, that's a vacation?
I didn't say anything about that.
A gas
know more
station?
than you
A
are.
gas
An honest
station?
question. Do you ever get recognized, and what do you get recognized most for? From weeks?
I guess it varies. I've been around.
Come on. You have been around, but that's why I'm asking,
No,
because you're not one of
sometimes
those
it's something
people.
really random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do people...
Also, I don't look like most people, so I think.
What does that mean?
In other words, like people that are more famous than me, I think get recognized less than I do because I'm easily identified.
Is that true?
Yeah, because I'm kind of weird.
I think you look like that guy.
Who do you put in that looks
You know
like
who I saw
everybody
last night?
category?
You know who I saw? This
Who?
maybe sounds like a thing, but I used to hear like, oh, you look like Jacob Dylan from The Wall.
No, I wasn't one of them.
So I saw him last night, and it was all I could do to knock up and say, "Do you ever hear you look like the guy from Weed?"
I did
I didn't do it. I didn't.
Oh! Opportunity blown.
Where did you see him?
I was at a screening of a movie that his wife had written.
Ugh, they kids do a lot of obligatory things.
Was it in?
Whenever you hear
You're not going to tell us what
it's a
movie it
screening for someone's spouse, that's bad news.
But you're not
There were other things.
You're not
involved.
his friend.
He just happened to
It
be.
still
No, I've
doesn't-
never met
it's
him.
not what you
Never.
wanna
No,
be.
no,
I
no.
How does he
Given
look
that
in
or Game
person?
of
Does he look
Thrones?
just like his father now
He's
that
very
he's gotten
thin
older?
right now. He's very thin.
Who?
Jacob Dylan.
Very
yeah.
thin
Yeah.
right now.
I'm not saying
Bob
that he's
Dylan's
dying.
son?
I'm just saying.
Do you think he's an addiction issue?
No, I was not saying that. I know.
How's your southern accent? How's your southern
We'll
accent?
work on it.
No, you do one.
It's all right. No, I'm not going to do it.
Why not? I'll do mine and you do yours. Hi. Hi, Al.
I can't live up to that.
Okay.
I didn't know you were doing an English accent in that show.
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
So that's not in England?
It's not an English accent, really.
Well, what is it?
It's north. It's almost closer to Scott.
Can you
It's
do
a
it
weird
now?
one. I could if you
Will
paid me
you
my
please?
weekly
Why are
rate.
you not a fun monkey?
No.
I want you to perform like Little Monkey.
You didn't even offer him any Hebrew national salami.
What's your salami? I'm not gonna lie, it is so delicious.
On paper, I do. Yes,
I understand.
not necessarily.
Although I said
Okay. All right. When does the play open in New York if people are there over the
Oh,
holidays?
yeah,
You're in New
please
York.
come.
Did you ever go to New
November
York?
20th, and we
It's
run
so
through
cold
January.
and very
November
cold.
20th is previews then.
Yeah.
New York's so
Do you mind if people come to previews?
I
Do you
would love,
discourage people from
But
coming to previews
expensive,
or
they're so
no?
expensive.
Not in this
these
instance.
people I would love to come in.
Costs
Okay,
$50
so
to
now
park your
November
car for
20th through
3
the middle of
hours.
January at the Atlantic Theater.
It's really a great play, having nothing to do with me.
It's
It's
gonna
a
be
really
terrible.
It's a fun, I said it's a fun night.
And then you get caught in those wind tunnels on a couple of blocks in
Okay.
New York.